Hello everyone, today we're going to go over the introduction to the muscular system. First, we must understand the roles of the muscular system. Lesson 1. The muscular system's predominant function is contractibility in addition to movement, muscle contraction, which also fulfills other important functions in the body such as posture, joint stability, and heat production. The muscular system is a network of 640 muscles that can perform over 1,000 tasks. All of this muscle weight accumulates to 2 out of 5 of the individual's overall body weight. There are 2 different muscle groups, the flexor and extender. There are 3 main muscle types. There is the smooth muscle, which this type lives within our blood vessels and certain organs, also known as the involuntary. Next, we have the cardiac muscle type. This type is only found in the heart, and the skeletal muscle is a type that attaches via tendon to our bones. Briefly, I just want us to notice as an example that our smooth muscle is typically found in our internal organs. Again, the cardiac muscle is only housed within the heart, and our skeletal muscle, as an example, can be found in our lower leg. The deeper dive. Among these groups of different types of muscle, dive deeper as muscle cells. These are also classified as fibers, which are bundled tightly together. These bundles receive signals from the somatic nervous system that contracts the fibers. This generates force and motion, providing all movement executed at any given time. The diagram to the right is a helpful guide in terms of understanding these muscle fibers. Did you know that the longest muscle in the human body is the sartorius muscle, which is found in your leg? The biggest muscle is your gluteus maximus, also referred to as your butt, and your smallest muscle is the stapedius, found within your inner ear. Understanding the origin. Muscles never push, they always pull most skeletal muscles, which extend over the joints to connect 2 different bones. What does an insertion or origin mean? An insertion is when the muscle contracts the bone, and the origin is when the muscle that brings the insertion closer to the bone that doesn't move is called the origin point. This slide will go over some important definitions, including adduction, abduction, prime movers, including antagonists, synergists, and fixators. To save some time, please review the class material provided. The use and importance of the muscular system, lesson part 2. For this lesson, we'll go over the skeletal types and the responsibility regarding movement. Skeletal muscles form the bulk of the muscular system. It makes up to 30 to 40% of the body's weight. Again, we went over how that was 2 out of 5 and generates most of the motion. Every movement your skeletal muscle performs always uses the same principle. It's important to remember that. These organs are capable of a wide range and duration of power, including subtle movements. Some examples of these movements include smiling, blinking, kicking a soccer ball, crushing a can, or even hitting a volleyball. Muscles in athletes. To help you compare where some of these muscles are utilized, I've actually composed an example of how certain groups are utilized during any type of workout, but more specifically, we'll focus on attacking a volleyball. Before we go into attacking a volleyball, I just want to highlight that muscles are required to achieve these goals, even during unpleasant exertions for necessary movements to perform functions life may require of you, or perhaps training regimen demands. Many athletes require several muscle groups to be utilized in unison to perform what they consider one motion. So let's take a look at required muscles and groups that are essential in attempting to attack a volleyball. When the athlete takes their approach in an attempt to attack the ball, they are flexing their calves. The calves are also known as the gastrocnemius. They are also activating the soleus and plantaris muscles. Utilizing your gastrocnemius generates the energy to push yourself off the ground and jump. Next, during the jump, the hip joint is extended by your gluteus maximus. Also, the hamstring is utilized but is composed of 3 muscle types. Next, along with the hips and ankles, there are 4 muscle groups within the quadriceps that are activated to complete the jump. These muscles support the knee, action allowing the athlete to extend and flex their leg as necessary. Additionally, their shoulder joints play a vital role in raising your arm to deliver the optimal impact to the ball. There are several flexors and extensors that are functioning to perform this movement. You will see the flexors and extensors broken down based on specific muscle types, but more simply, your triceps support the elbow movement, extending your arm to the ball. The final attack. It is impossible to complete this movement in volleyball without activating and engaging your wrist flexors. So there are 4 flexors involved, and they are listed below, and to save some time we'll keep moving, but these muscles are on the front of your arms and forearms as they contract when you move your wrist forward to hit the ball. It's notable that the player who's fastest at extending their shoulders has the advantage of other players because they can hit the ball with the most power and speed. Wrapping up, the muscular system is an integral part of the human anatomy. We look forward to having you back for our next lesson and a deeper dive into the muscular system. Thank you.